A long time ago, in a tiny countryside town surrounded by forests and rivers, there lived a boy named Eli. Eli was known as the quiet kid. Not weak, not strange, just quiet. While other boys played football in dusty fields or raced bicycles down the village roads, Eli spent most of his time alone near the old train tracks outside town. The tracks had been abandoned for years. Rust covered the rails. Wild grass grew between the wooden planks. And at the end of the tracks stood an old train station that nobody visited anymore. People in town said the place was cursed. Some claimed strange sounds came from there at night. Others said they saw lights moving inside the empty station long after midnight. But Eli never believed those stories. To him, the station felt peaceful, like the world had forgotten it. And maybe that's why he loved it so much. Every evening after school, Eli walked there alone, carrying a small notebook in his backpack. He sat on the broken wooden bench near the station and wrote stories about the future he dreamed of. A better life, a bigger world, a version of himself that wasn't afraid anymore. Because the truth was, Eli felt invisible everywhere else. At school, nobody really noticed him. Teachers often forgot his name. Classmates rarely talked to him unless they needed something. Even at home, life felt quiet and distant. His father worked long hours at a factory and barely spoke during dinner. His mother was always exhausted. Some nights, the only sound inside their house was the ticking clock in the kitchen. And slowly, Eli began believing something dangerous. Maybe he didn't matter. Maybe he would grow up, work a small job, and disappear quietly like millions of people before him. But everything changed one cold October evening. Rain clouds covered the sky as Eli sat inside the abandoned station writing in his notebook. Suddenly, he heard something. A whistle. Soft at first, then louder. Eli froze. The tracks had been dead for years. No trains ever came there. Slowly, he stood up and looked down the tracks, disappearing into the fog. Then he saw it. A light, far away in the darkness. Moving closer, his heart started pounding. The whistle echoed again, and suddenly, through the heavy fog, an old black train appeared. Its metal body looked ancient. Its windows glowed softly yellow, and written across the front in faded silver letters were the words, "Midnight Line." The train slowly stopped in front of the station with a loud hiss. Eli stared in disbelief. The doors creaked open. Nobody stepped out. For a moment, everything was silent. Then a deep voice from inside the train said, "Well, are you getting on?" Eli's body froze. Every instinct told him to run, but something stronger pulled him forward. Curiosity. Slowly, he stepped inside. The doors slammed shut behind him. Inside, the train looked impossible. Warm golden lights hung from the ceiling. Old wooden seats stretched endlessly through the cabins. And the passengers looked strange. Some wore clothes from decades ago. Others stared silently out the windows as if trapped inside old memories. Then Eli noticed the conductor standing near the center aisle. Tall, dark uniform, silver pocket watch, sharp eyes that felt almost unreal. The conductor smiled slightly. "First time riding the Midnight Line?" Eli nodded nervously. Where does this train go?" The conductor looked out the window before answering softly. "To the places people regret leaving behind." A cold chill ran through Eli's body. The train suddenly began moving again. Outside the windows, the world no longer looked normal. Eli saw memories flashing past the glass. Children playing in old neighborhoods. Families eating dinner together. People laughing with friends long gone. Moments frozen in time. Then suddenly, Eli saw himself, a younger version sitting alone at school while other kids laughed together nearby. Another memory appeared, his father silently leaving for work before sunrise. Another, his mother crying quietly at the kitchen table when bills piled too high. Eli quickly turned away. "How is this possible?" he whispered. The conductor slowly sat across from him. "This train shows people the moments they tried to forget." Eli swallowed hard. "But why?" The conductor looked at him carefully. "Because most people spend their lives running from pain instead of understanding it." The train continued deeper into the fog. Cabin lights flickered softly. Then the conductor asked a question that made Eli uncomfortable. "What is it you truly want?" Eli stayed silent. No one had ever asked him that before. Finally, he whispered, "I want my life to matter." The conductor nodded slowly. "Then stop waiting for the world to notice you." Eli frowned slightly. "You think important people are born different, but they aren't. They simply decide their story will mean something before anyone else believes it." Those words hit harder than Eli expected. The train suddenly slowed again. Outside the window appeared something impossible. Eli saw himself older, confident, standing in front of hundreds of people giving a speech while others listened carefully. His future. Eli stared